Everybody from the gateway city of St. Louis, Missouri, the WFA brings you this matchup of the unbeatens as the St. Louis Slam face off against your Minnesota Vixen. Alongside Brian Sweeney, I'm Alex Westad. The kickoff underway, and this game begins right now. Back to get it. Evans gets a snap. The handoff here. Cooper will have another shot at it. Finds the hole, barrels through across the 30 down to the 32, and again, Grace Cooper on first down. Another real nice game.
A great game once again for Grace Cooper. An opportunity to do a little homework with her before the game. She did some film study, as all good players do, and she had some good insights, and hopefully she shared that information with the rest of her team, because I can see that she's using it so far this game.
St. Louis with a week off last week, their last game, May 11th against Kansas City. And Gall's throw over the middle. It's complete. No one behind her. A nice play, and she's brought down across the 20. The completion there to the tight end, Alyssa Speckles, for a first down. Minnesota on the tackle there. Madison Schmatz for Minnesota. The right-footed kick, a line drive, bounces at the 30, burrows at the 40. Nutzling has to play it off at the 45, trying to cut to the seam to the outside. Brought down there, and a nice tackle to stay with it. As on the defensive recovery there, Nina Fook. She'll get the snap, throwing here to the left side. The pass is complete across the 30. Ball is out. Vixen can get there. They'll go to a knee and a fumble recovery. I thought they had it. Should be Minnesota football, and it is. Turnover for the Vixen. That's a huge break.
Yeah, it looks like we had Syl Winton on the bottom of that pile coming up with the ball. Syl Winton, number 32. This is theirs first season as a Minnesota Vixen player.
So we'll have 1st and 10 here from the Minnesota 38-yard line. Emmons now up the middle there. Nelson can carry it across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Another excellent first down rush for Minnesota. And it'll be second down.
And it's good to see Nelson get that first rush of the game so that we can get her going down the field. Her stiff arm, I don't know if you've seen that in the last few weeks, but if you get a player in front of her, she's going to push him out of her way.
Evans gets a snap to Nelson. Nelson across the 45, spinning, taking the slam with her, and a first down for Minnesota.
And that's what we were talking about, that we needed Tank Nelson to get out there and do. Give Tank the ball, let her do what she does best, which in football is move the pile with her.
As the snap gotten to here by Gall, thrown over the middle, incomplete, intercepted! Great play out of the backfield.
Connor Joe Lewis with the interception, and it was needed in that time. So that's already St. Louis's second turnover of the game. They've lost a fumble, and now they've thrown an interception as well.
Well, Brian, wait the snap, low snap. Fakes the run, bubble out to the side. Segula with the completion across the 45, finds a seam, pushed out of bounds across the 45-yard line of St. Louis. And another nice play. That bubble screen working very well for Minnesota.
You know, and Tank Nelson, number 34, was out there at the top, and she threw a great block. So she's responsible for a lot of those yards after the catch for Segula on that play.
Out of the shotgun, gets a snap, hands off to Hay. Hay hits the hole. Great play by Red Bryant to get back there for the tackle.
Red Bryant has been waiting for this. Last week she did not dress. She gave a bunch of the rookies an opportunity to play, to get some time under their belts. And Red wanted to make sure that she was there for this season and for this game.
Fake play there. Play action, Segula, a nice catch to the 50. She tries to reach forward. Could not quite make it there. But it's a first down for Minnesota, and a great catch by Kaya Segula gives Minnesota a first down.
Segula with her fourth thrown to of the game, third reception, gets the all-important first down. Keep those chains moving, give Minnesota a chance to capitalize with 6:27 left in the first half.
Gall, the quarterback, trying to draw the Vixen offside. Handoff, fake to Hay. Gall steps back, throws over to the middle, left hand. Nice defensive play to reach back and get that one. Again, we also want to thank one of the St. Louis Slam players, Tori Davis, for helping us find one of our camera operators tonight. We did have a last-minute cancellation, and Tori was nice enough to help us find somebody, so we certainly want to thank Tori for her contribution against the American Conference 4. Right now, on June 15th, if the standings were to hold as they are, you would have Minnesota coming back here to St. Louis, and then on the other side of that, you would have the Houston Energy, kind of a surprise team so far, traveling to Mile High to play, or traveling to Denver rather, to play the Mile High Blaze. I have no idea what is going on out on the field. But the Vixen will be home next weekend against the Wisconsin Dragons before traveling to Des Moines to face off against the Iowa Phoenix to conclude their regular season. St. Louis, meanwhile, will be at Cincinnati next week before returning home to face off against Columbus before their playoff season would begin. When we look at the playoff standings, again, Minnesota and St. Louis are both tied right now atop the Midwest Division. Houston at 4-0 is a half a game back. Wisconsin at 4-2 entering play today. They are a game and a half back. They are home today versus Iowa. And then the eliminated Austin Outlaws at 2-3 are 3 games back. Meanwhile, in the Pacific Division, only 2 teams. Mile High has clinched that division, and they will be in the playoffs as they are 6-0. They have a bye this week before their schedule, remaining with Utah at home and then at Kansas City. And then the Seattle will be 0-5. They are on the road at South Oregon today before being home against Oregon and Tacoma to close out their schedule. Meanwhile, on the national side, in the Northeast Division, Detroit at 5-0, Columbus 5-1, Pittsburgh 4-2, New York, Baltimore, and Philadelphia all 3-3, Cleveland at 2-4, and in the Southeast, Tampa Bay 3-3, Miami 2-3, Jacksonville 0-5. In the playoffs on that side, you would have right now a matchup with Cleveland and Detroit, and then a matchup of Columbus and Pittsburgh. And now, Brian Sweeney, we can finally breathe.
It was a great half. Like we said, defensively, it was a very good half. So we'll have to see how Minnesota comes back in the second half and what they can do.
And on this play, Hay gets it again, spins out of a tackle, trying to go. What a play. A nice tackle there by Britta Clark for loss. 3rd down.
Minnesota, I don't know what their coach, Ryan McCulley, in his first season talked about in the halftime, but the defense definitely has come out with a bone to pick right now.
And she'll get the ball again. Cooper, cross midfield, finds a hole, breaking through to the 40, evades a tackle to the 35. She can't break free of that one, though, as she's pulled down at the 33.
Cooper with looks like what was about a 17-yard carry that time gets another first down for the Minnesota Vixen.
What Minnesota will do, Evans, the quarterback, gives to Cooper again. Cooper hits the hole, breaks through a tackle to the 20, to the 15 before she's pulled down. First down, Minnesota. Evans throws here, looking a nice completed pass there to Segula. Segula across the 45 as she broke a tackle to the 50-yard line. That was a very nice catch and a run there by Kaya Segula, one of our favorite rookies from this Vixen team, who has been a threat offensively when the ball has been thrown.
Well, I remember you and I were down in Kansas City for the first game of the season there, April 6th, and Kaya comes up to me before the game, and she wanted to make sure that we could pronounce her name correctly because she knew we would be saying it this season. So, Kaya.
Receiver in motion. Gall throwing out to the left side again. Some nice defensive coverage made there. And a nice deflection by Caitlin Hill to knock that ball down. 2nd down.
Well, as I stated a little while ago, Hill had her first interception, pick 6 last weekend.
When the lead, a field goal added later. Nice catch for the touchdown.
And that's just what Minnesota needed. That's Kaya Segula, number 11, going into the end zone. And that would be her 4th touchdown this season for Segula. Minnesota is not going to quit. They're not going to allow themselves to be shut out.
The handoff to Cooper up the middle. 2-point conversion is good. And it'll be 24-8 with 2:47 remaining in this football game. As Evans gets a snap. Nice throw to the right side. It's complete. So try to move forward there. Continues to get down. She got brought through. Belvina McGrath working on that right side, breaking across to the 30 before she's pushed out of bounds. Nelson, last play of the game, up the middle, touchdown, Minnesota. Tank Nelson gets the Vixen on the scoreboard. Clock stops with 9 seconds left. They'll try the 2-point conversion. And for Brian Sweeney, I am Alex Westhead. We want to thank you for attending and viewing tonight's game. The final score, 31-14, the Slam victorious over the Vixen. This is your home for Minnesota Vixen football, Town Square Television, and mnvixen.com.